Mm, Hello guys. Today we will talk about what is Python and basics of Python. First, what is Python? Python is a computer programming language which is used for building websites, using machine learning, used to automate tasks. It is an object-oriented programming language. Now we will take a look about Python basics. How we take input in Python. For taking input, there is a function known as input function which takes input, and by default it is string in nature. So here we take the value as an input, and then we print the value by using the print function. This is the format we use in Python for printing the values with a string. Now we will learn about operators. There are various types of operators: arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical. Now arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Here we take the value 1 input in integer format, value 2 input in integer format, then we add the sum of value 1 plus value 2, then we subtract the value 1, value 2, multiplicate, and then division, and finally we get the output as like this. So second, that is assignment operator. Assignment operator is used for assigning the value to a particular variable. For example, like we assign 3 in height, 6 in length, and 2 in width, and finally print the volume by calculating the volume. Now here we can also assign multiple values in a single line, like this. Here height, length, and width are assigned by 3, 6, and 2 in a single line. So another one is comparison operator. Now comparison operator is greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, all are. So this is the basic program regarding this. If 3 is greater than 1, it will give the true as a value. Now we will come to logical operator. Logical operators are and, or, and not. Like we take a variable rent. Here we store the value 1200, and then we check if rent is greater than 1000 and rent is less than 2000. So it is true, so it will print the true. Secondly, we check that rent is less than 1000 or rent is greater than 2000. So it is false, so it print the false. Now we will talk about basic data types. What are basic data types? Like integer, floats, boolean, strings. Now as we told, the input function will take the input in string format, so we need to explicitly convert into integer format. So this is how it is converted into the integer format, and now we print the value using the print function. Similarly, in float we will convert into to float explicitly by using this function, then print it. Boolean function is used to check whether the whether the output is true or false. If we want to check like this, then we will use a boolean type. Then lastly, strings. Now strings, as I told, the input function directly take a string as an input, so we can output this string using print function. Now this is the output regarding that. Now we will discuss about advanced data types. Now advanced data types are list, tuples, sets, and dictionary. Now list is the very most commonly used data structure in Python. It is in order sequence, and it can be changed according to the user need. So like we can declare list with this students equal to in square brackets, and if we want to access the values of the list, then we can using indexing student 0, student 1, and student 2. Secondly, if we want to get the values from backside, then also we can use students -1, student -2, -3, and so on. And this is the output of the following code. Now the length, if we need to find the length of the list or the string, then there is a function inbuilt in Python, that is length function, by which we can find the length of a particular string or particular list. Okay, now we can there is a concept in slice in list, which is a very useful concept in list as well as strings. As in this we can get the value of a particular list from a range, on a particular range, like s1 equal to students 4 from 7, then it will print the values from Austin to Tony, like this. It will work like this. For I will show you the output, like Steve, Banner, Tony. And for if we slice from the end, then we get Bruce, Henry, Clark, Diana. And if we slice from the beginning, we get Sam, Pam, Rocky, Austin. The value we give, the output we receive. Now we will talk about tuples. Tuple is also a useful container, but it is immutable in nature. But it is also in order sequence. It can be initialized using round brackets, and rest of the things are same. By using index 0, 1, 2, 3 we can access the values. Now we will talk about dictionaries. What is dictionary? Dictionary is also mutable data type, but it can store key value pair, like for example elements hydrogen 1, helium 2, carbon 6. So hydrogen is the key and 1 is the value, helium is the key, 2 is the value, carbon is the key and 6 is the value. And to access the values we can use elements helium. We can write elements, and inside the square brackets we can write the key to get access the values. And for inserting values, we will put elements and key is equal to the value which you want to input into that particular key. Now we will talk about loops. There are three types of loops: while loop, for loop and nested loop. While loop, this is the program related to while loop, where I initialize number with 1. We need to find the even number. So while number is less than equal to 10, we need to find the even number less than 10. So we write this condition. Now we need to find whether the number is odd or even. So we put this condition: if num modulo 2 equal to 0, then we append all the values to the even number list, and then we iterate according from 0 to 10, and finally we got the number list of even numbers. Now for loop, similarly we will range it from 1 to 11 using for loop, and check the condition whether the number is even or odd by I modulo 2 equal to 0, then append the values to the even number list. And second is nested loop, in which it is a combination of different loops, like for inside for, while inside for inside while, and many more. This is the example of that particular nested loop. Now there are some control statements like break statement, continue statement, and pass statement. What break statement will do? Break statement will break from to a particular statement and don't go further. So if we can see in this program, if num equal to 5, then break means it will stop at the moment when it got 4, and as soon as it got 5 it will stop the program. So this is the output of that. Now continue statement will continue the further process, skipping that particular process. Like if the condition num equal to 6, then it will probably skip the 6 and then it will move further. That's the continue things, how it works. Now what is pass statement? Pass statement generally do nothing. It will just pass. If num equal to 6, then pass, then it will go through 1 to 10 and print as like a simple function. Now we will talk about function. A function is a block of code which calls when it is called, and it is used to remove the number of lines of program to do a particular operation which is repetitive in nature. So for example, we can define it using def and the name of the function and parentheses, and inside the parentheses we will give some argument if needed. Now this is a function without argument, where we are printing hello from a function using the function. Now we can also give argument like def my function, and f name is the argument given into this. This app name is printed in that particular function. Now we can pass the argument in the main part. So my function Raghav is given, so this will go to the function, and then it will. We will talk about star r. Star r is possibly used for if you want to give number of arguments and you do not know how much number is passed by the user. So we just give star num. Here the number of argument passed, it will change accordingly to the function and give you the sum. For example, added 3 5 we get 8, added 4 5 6 7 we get 22, and added 1 2 3 5 we get 70. So this is how it works. Now classes in Python. Classes is very important thing for a particular program, as we know that Python is an oriented language So class is like an object constructor, or it is a blueprint. In class we can manage your course so easily, so that it can be understood by other people very efficiently. And the syntax of the class is, we declare class person, then we initialize all the variable using init function, and here we initialize all the variable. Then we can make a object p1 using the class person and pass the argument Raghav and 20, which will give to the object p1. And for accessing we can use dot operator, so that print p1 dot name will print the name and p1 dot age will print the age. So this is how it works. Thank you. For the reference you can go to my GitHub link and you will get the notes of that particular file, that is this Python basics. So thank you and